Thank you very much, Laurent. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you. Congrats. For me, it's the first time yet in Ogenta. Really loving it, and congratulations on the 50th anniversary. Um, like we said, natural diamonds and the difference they make. I stand here really to come and say, do they really make a difference? Firstly, as I stand on the stage, I think I can reassure that I'm a testament to the fact that diamonds really do make a difference. All the resources, any opportunity I've had, whether it's to study or every livelihood I've ever had in my life, came from the money that came from processing natural diamonds. Like Lauren just said, I'm a second generation diamantaire. My father used to work as a diamond polisher. That's him there. He worked as a diamond master cutter for over 3 decades for different manufacturing companies in South Africa. And I'd say that, I've got a great wealth of experience in cutting and polishing diamonds as I spent many years learning how to cut and polish. But one thing I will always say is that, diamonds, initially it's something that I didn't really like much. Why? Because my father used to work as a diamond polisher. He would talk about diamonds, and yet I had never seen or touched the diamond in my life, or it's something I would never see around the table at home, And that hate came from the fact that I just felt like it was something that's taking my father away from home, And my first encounter with diamonds would come totally unexpected, where every day after school, I'd have to go and wait for my father so that we can travel back home together. And those waits, you start waiting in the parking lot. Before you know it, you're waiting in the reception area. And before you know it, you're waiting in the factory with them, And it was on one of the occasions while they were cutting and polishing where I saw one of the polishers picking up his tongue to look through the diamond. And for me, that caught my eye. And I wanted to see the shine that I saw as he picked up his tongue. And as I took that tongue and looked through it, I remember the scintillation that emanated from this piece of carbon that was set on a polishing tongue, And that, for me, ignited something in me. The sparkle that I saw on that day ignited the love that continues to burn for me about diamonds, Today, I love diamonds. And ever since that day, I've committed myself to polishing diamonds that not only are polished to be set into jewelry, but diamonds that will be so beautiful that when jewelers look at them, would be inspired by just looking at those diamonds. The beginning of this love relationship is how I took it upon myself to learn more about diamonds, got into the factory to learn how to cut and polish diamonds, went even further, wanting to know how to buy rough diamonds, how to sell the diamonds and so forth, and really got committed into wanting to know more about the industry. And long term of it resulted in the company Molefi Letsiki Diamonds, which was established in 2005. In the beginning, the company employed just myself, and today we employ 15 people on a permanent basis with prospects of growth in the next few years. And through commitment and really wanting to play a difference and make a difference in the industry, we became the clients of the State Diamond Trader back in 2007. And in 2015 became the clients of Petra Diamonds. And in 2022 became the first majority black-owned De Beers site holder in the world. My love for diamonds also, so basically that's our factory in South Africa. where we cut and manufacture. And I think, sometimes to really tell the essence of the difference they make, I look at a lot of faces of the people that work in our factory, and I can tell you, a lot of them has come back to say, I really thank God for this company or the opportunity to work here because I've been able to buy myself a home or take my child through university. And those are really, things that make you really see the difference that the diamonds are making for the lives. And remember, with one family, that's lives changed. It's more than 5 people's lives that are affected. And that's how much impact just through the manufacturing of the diamonds it has had on many families. My love for diamonds also meant that I got to experience what the diamond industry is and what it could further achieve. And this inspired me to play an active role in the industry. The drive to tell the good that the diamonds do meant that I needed to be more involved in the industry and with industry organizations as well to really try to play an impact in how we can make a difference. This for me was to ensure that we don't only talk about the diamonds, the good they do, but it's to really get active in ensuring that we just don't talk the talk, but the ethics as well of also practicing it and so forth. So I joined the Diamond Dealers Club of South Africa, which today I sit as the president of. And then through that, became an executive council member of the World Federation of Diamond Bourses, WFDB, which I'm sure a lot of us know about it, and also was one of the founding members of the Young Diamantaires, and serve in the working committee currently there. And the South African Young Diamond Beneficiators Guild, which I co-founded, and I'm a former president of today. The SAYDBG, South African Young Diamond Beneficiators Guild, and this I want to touch on it a bit because passionately, one of the key things or one of the things we were trying to achieve through it was to see more diamonds being beneficiated locally in a producing country. Why? Because we knew this will develop growth and self-sustainable for local companies, so that they can be self-sustained themselves, and to encourage, industry-relevant skills to develop the way of collaborating efforts with emerging and also bigger companies that already existed. Today, the organization is led by the vibrant lady, a woman they call Nomalungelo Stofile, who's an emerging entrepreneur as well in the diamond industry. She's a beneficiator back home in South Africa. This is just my story, but I can tell you there's many more stories like mine that speak of the amazing work and the impact of natural diamonds make, not just for individuals like myself, but for communities as well. I've had an opportunity to visit many mines, or quite a few mines in South Africa and Botswana and Namibia. And this is one of the mines, a Venetia mine, based in Limpopo, South Africa. And one thing that I've always been blown away by is how the mines have excelled in not telling the good that they do. You go to many mines and you will see how, for example, health and safety is such a key thing in the mining environment. How it's insisted on where they're looking for zero tolerance, doing their best to make sure there are no injuries or anything like that within the mines. How there's proper working conditions or proper working environment created for the miners at work and so forth. And how the preservation of the environment around the mines, how is such a key thing. The mines don't tell these stories in most cases. And I think it's important as the natural diamond industry to really tell the good that we do. The schools that are being built, the hospitals, the sports facilities, and so forth. Most of the time, you never hear all about this when it comes to the natural diamond industry. This is Petra mine, right underground the mine. You can see just even from the environment, how it's well kept to make sure that the working conditions there are really great for the miners. There's some kimberlite being pulled out of the mine, Cullinan mine in Pretoria, South Africa there, just before it goes into crushing and so forth. Now, there's a lot of good that the difference and the stories that the mines make. I remember one time I visited Cullinan mine Venetia mine in Limpopo. And I had an opportunity to meet this lady by the name of Tibello Mikatane. She's part of the Zimele program, owner of Perekhon Transport Services, supply stationery to Venetia mine, as well as offices and schools in Musina, South Africa. So Zimele Stand for Yourself, a program that supports emerging Black-owned businesses, empowers entrepreneurs, and supports job creation by providing funding, training, and mentorship. You know, she's one of the few that got opportunities, you know, to really be able to build businesses that first were supplying just the mine, but over time, the businesses have grown to be able to supply other areas as well. Meaning that even the day the mine is not there, they will have a sustainable business that can continue to live for many years through that program. This is Tokana program in Botswana, where an entrepreneur was supported by the industry and able to build businesses that are self-sustained for the communities and so forth, you know. This is STEM South Africa, which is a program led in Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa, working in partnership with Wumeng, an award-winning organization with a mission to develop the next generation of highly skilled women in engineering and technology industries, you know. Through a partnership, they're investing more than $300,000 US dollars in the aim of encouraging young women to study STEM subjects and to pursue engineering careers. Through workshops, exhibitions, innovation, challenges, and potential, girls are supported by school age through university into their early careers with access to application and mentoring. So now this is really the industry looking just beyond the industry or beyond the mines itself to ensure that the communities where natural diamonds are being mined and beneficiated can live even beyond the mining times. And you can have the people really being upskilled in these communities. Now, this is, you know, just a few of the evidence of some of the goods that the natural diamond industry is doing in the mining communities. I'm sure many of us have heard about the Moving Giants project, which was a project where the number of elephants were outgrowing the area where they were in South Africa. And De Beers got involved in being able to move over 200 elephants to Mozambique, where the land was more open and there was no there was enough space to can accommodate more elephants. You know, this was a project by the a natural diamond industry, and what was nice was once the elephants moved there, we then saw more younger elephants being born, meaning that the elephants got to relax and really enjoy the new environment. Now, these are really excellent stories that the industry is not talking about or is not sharing. And this is really making a difference and an impact in many people's lives. And like I said, this is why we call and for beneficiation today, because this is a brilliance of what beneficiation is doing in many countries. In most producing countries, beneficiation has become the buzzword, you know, and in most cases, a lot of beneficiating countries will talk about how they never really benefit because most of the diamonds were being mined rough and taken away to be manufactured, mostly in first world countries. And because beneficiation in most instances was just seen as taking one stone, cutting and polishing it and selling it, you know. However, I disagree with that. You know, I think there's more to beneficiation. Beneficiation, for me, I describe it as cutting and polishing the diamond. But after having that diamond polished, you get into work with a designer who will design a piece, you know, a jewelry piece out of it. And then once that piece is done, you need a model to model that piece, or a photographer or a makeup. So a lot of other many industries are created by just being able to beneficiate the diamonds. And that benefits more than just one industry. You know, you see growth where it's not just the diamonds, but it's many other industries being developed. It's more people being upskilled, and that really speaks to the longevity of the diamond industry and so forth. So, in essence, I always say, you know, beneficiations becomes a vehicle of economic development and building entrepreneurs who grow, employ, upskill people. And in so doing, they're not just beneficiating the diamonds itself, but you are beneficiating the true diamonds, which are the people. So, in essence, with this, you're not just making a difference for today, but you're building a future of people that have skills, people that can be able to mend for themselves and be able to live beyond whether the mines are there or not. With that said, I thank you, and I will open the floor for any questions. Thank you.